Hello, this is Deborah Herdman. I'm the owner of Nature's Healing. Today I'm going to discuss with you and show you the Raindrop Technique and how you apply it. I'm going to have my friend Amanda, who's going to talk about the technique and the oils that I'm using as I'm doing this. So I'm starting off with Valor.
So Deborah is starting with Valor, and she is putting 6 drops on her spine. She's dispensing the oil into Valor is a structural balancing and alignment oil, and she is doing the feather stroke.
And it's a very, very light technique, almost like a tickle. Next will be the oregano oil.
So next is oregano. She is applying about 2 to 4 drops, even though she's doing a roller right there, and she's also doing the feather stroke technique. Oregano awakens receptors, kills pathogens, and helps digest toxic substances in the receptor sites.
Next is the thyme oil.
So once again, she's applying thyme oil to the spine. It would have been about 3 to 4 drops. And she is going to be doing the feather stroke technique again. Thyme kills pathogens and digests waste and toxic substance on the receptor sites.
Valor, oregano, and thyme are the first 3 oils that are a must use for the raindrop technique. They are all very important to use. All the other oils are interchangeable from what your body is needing at the time. If it needs some other oils that your Zytocompass skin or the book is calling for something that you're dealing with, you can actually interchange all the other oils. But the Valor, the oregano, and the thyme are not interchangeable. They're the first 3 that you have to use. And Valor is actually the first oil that we always apply to the body because it is the closest in our body's frequency oil. And next is the basil.
So she's applying 3 to 4 drops of basil to her spine, and she's still doing the feather technique. Basil releases muscle tension.
It stings? Feel better? Okay. When people are detoxing or doing a little bit of more of a cleanse, their body will actually warm up. And I always have Young Living's B6 carrier oil, which comes with your raindrop kit, always ready to put on at any time to cool off the skin and make the client very comfortable. Does that feel better? Awesome. Thanks for sharing and giving me feedback.
She's now doing this circular massage motion.
A little bit burns on my neck.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing great. Typically, if you're doing this in a home with your family and working on them. You could just do this on somebody's bed, like the kids' bed at nighttime right before they go to bed. It's a wonderful treatment just to relax them and let them have a good night's sleep. And I always say it's preferable to take a shower or bath right beforehand, so that way the body's ready to receive the oils and they don't have to shower off the oils in the morning. That way the oils can last a little longer and stay in there and soak in. And also the greatest benefit is the raindrop lasts up to an entire week in the system. How's that pressure for you? Good. You don't need to use a lot of hard pressure whatsoever doing this technique, and actually it's preferable you're doing it as light as possible because you want the person you're working on to be very relaxed and just enjoy it. And it's always a great compliment when they fall asleep on you. All right. Next oil, Cypress.
She's applying 3 to 4 drops of Cypress on her spine, and she's doing the feather stroke. Cypress improves circulation and is oil for the pituitary gland. She's now doing a technique called the saw massage.
You pull the fingers towards the head, and the arm is just literally giving a saw over the fingers. So you're actually, it's kind of like vibrating the spine. And then at the end you do a little tug. Just the elongating the spine and stretching it out. And this is a very light technique as well. Next will be the wintergreen.
So as you can see, that bottle of her oil does not have the roller on it, so she's actually doing about 3 to 4 drops on her spine. She's going to start with a feather stroke technique. And wintergreen reduces pain. And she's doing the flare feather stroke right there. And now she's doing the thumb roll massage. I'll walk up here so you can watch her fingers. She's taking her thumbs and she's bending them inward along the spine.
This is called the
Oh wait, never mind.
it's
Okay, video number 2 is finishing the thumb roll motion. As you can see, she does everything in a pattern of 3.
And you do it right up into the occipital, right underneath the, doing a great job. Right up into here. That's where it's at. You want to make sure you're down at the lower bottom end of the spine all the way up to the top. Next is Marjoram.
So she's applying 3 to 4 drops of marjoram on her back. Marjoram strengthens the muscles. She's starting with the feather stroke technique. And she's going into the, is this the relaxing massage one?
This is the one that where you're working on both sides of the muscles to release.
I think in the paper I'm looking at, I think is calling it the relaxing massage, but I'm not really sure. Anyways, Deborah, do you want to describe what you're doing?
It's a push-pull motion on both sides of the body that helps invigorate the muscles, get things loosened up. Because we're always working on the spine, this one actually helps to release the rest of the, and usually it's a cross body, but I like really getting specifically in the side and rounding out the whole back, covering it. Now the Aroma Siez oil.
How many oils do you have?
There's, the total amount?
Yeah.
9 of them.
So she just put 3 to 4 drops of Aroma Siez on her back. She's starting with a feather stroke technique. And Aroma Siez is great for muscle relaxation and a pain reducer.
There's many people who ask me, as I'm a retired massage therapist and do this full time, what's the difference between receiving one of these and just a regular massage? Well, considering the fact that I used to use a variety of other oils, these oils actually go in and do what they're supposed to do and work. And also this technique relaxes you, and it will last obviously up to a whole week on the system. And for those who don't like getting touched all over your body and just want your feet and your back done, this is the best technique you can ever do. But it's very relaxing. Some people really get some, they either get energized or very relaxed afterwards. It just depends on the person. I like the fact that it's not hard work for the practitioner working on the client, but on the other hand, friends and family members can get the kit themselves, become a member, and give it to each other as a gift. Husbands and wives doing it on each other before bed. It's awesome. It's one of those things where you don't have to go anywhere just to get this treatment and feel really great. That means you don't have to get beat up. And as strange as it may seem, but even though you're not getting all that deep pressure and you're thinking you have a lot of heavy knots, these oils actually go in and do what they're supposed to do and release the knots and help make your body feel better. Makes your body happy. All over. All right.
So the last oil Deborah applied was peppermint, and again 3 to 4 drops. She's doing the feather stroke technique, and peppermint promotes greater oil penetration.
Now, as at the beginning when I was talking about the Valor, the Oregano, and Thyme being the top 3 that you first start off with, and all the other ones are interchangeable, the peppermint is also not interchangeable because the peppermint actually helps drive the oils deeper into the system.
What
There
was
you
I
go,
supposed to say?
Okay, Eric, introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Eric Mann.
You got a surprise raindrop. How did you feel about it?
It was relaxing. I didn't know what was going to go on. And
You fell asleep, didn't you?
almost.
So, did you have any feelings when you were receiving it?
Like I wanted to fall asleep.
Yeah. And when
it
you
was very
got
relaxing.
and when you got up, how did you? What did you feel like when you got up from the
A
bed?
lot better than when I sat down or went down.
What were you experiencing before the raindrop?
A lot of hip pain.
And did you experience it when you got up in the bed?
A lot less than I had when I got down.
What was the difference, pain-wise level? Was it like a high 10 or something, or a 7 or 8?
Before
Yeah.
was, a high 10. And after was,
I'm trying to fix my horse.
wasn't quite all gone, but it was a heck of a lot better than it was before.
Really?
Before I
And-
went down.
So how long did that last for you?
First time I had the problems was about 7 months before that. 7 or 8 months before that.
Yeah.
I had quite a bit of pain, and it kind of went away on its own, and then it came back after I had a fall, and it got better after that, and it hasn't been back since.
Praise the Lord, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So would you recommend that to
Sure.
people? So you've never received one, so what would you tell somebody brand new? What would you to expect?
Bring a pillow.
Love it.
Enjoy it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for sharing.
Look at my
Okay.
I'm Chriselle, and I had my first raindrop technique done by Deborah a few weeks ago now. Afterwards, I felt really relaxed for quite some time, and the pains that I was having in my knees had gone away. It was very relaxing and wonderful just to be able to lay back and have her massage some of the spots on my feet and my back that were playing up over the last few weeks. And I highly recommend it, and if you're considering it, and I'm looking forward to my next one.
Oh, we're talking about raindrops, but happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Lana just received her first ever raindrop, so she gets to share her experience.
It was a super deluxe raindrop, number one. I don't know. When I stood up, I almost fainted because I was so relaxed, and my body, everything feels nice and loose, and it smells wonderful, and I don't have any pain anywhere or tightness or anything. It's just I could feel like detoxing already. Felt a little bit sinusy. But,
Okay.
So I know I have to drink a lot of water.
Right.
Of course, because you're using oregano and thyme and
Yes.
basil and all those really detoxifying oils. But I feel like my nerves are happy. I don't know how to explain it, but everything just feels great. and I
So,
love it.
considering the fact that you're an avid regular massage receiver,
Yeah.
so what have you noticed the difference between?
Well, the raindrop massage, incorporating the oils, is going to give you overall wellness to a cellular level because you're
Yes.
putting these wonderful oils in your body. And then the other thing that Deborah did was put the hot towels on it, which really helps them to penetrate deeper.
Yes.
So I imagine all of my cells are having a party right now.
And we're going to have our own party communion. Praise the Lord. So thank you very much for sharing. So would you recommend this to other people to experience it?
Absolutely, especially if anybody has like arthritis or MS or any kind of a thing where their body feels tight, or if they have nerve pain or anything like that, because we have the standard oils that we do a raindrop with,
Yes.
but I know that for special things you might even tweak and put, if they had nerve pain, you might use black pepper oil or something,
Right.
To kind of tailor it to their session. But whenever my daughter, if she would come home from school feeling sick, I would give her a raindrop, and whatever was trying to attack her had to leave, because nothing can stand against oregano.
That's right. Exactly. Well,
Yes,
thank you
raindrop all the way.
Thanks for sharing that.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
And who
I
even
feel
cares?
awesome.
So who are you?
Oh. So are we live
Yes,
right now?
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay,
We're gonna.
on just a
Yes.
video. Okay. So Deborah, just did a raindrop massage on me. So amazing. I feel like it's been like a 3-hour massage. That's how good it was. And the oils are just heating up on my back. It's so amazing. So I was planning on doing like a bunch of stuff this afternoon, but I might just lay on the couch.
Hey, we
and
just had this
enjoy.
conversation because we were just talking about one of her friends that might want to slip in the evening. I go, she's gonna get the best part, because the
before
one who
bed.
gets the last one usually it just passes out. Only very rare. And I say one person that had energy. They went home and cleaned their house, and then they slept so good afterwards. I'm like, wasn't that like the best experience to actually have after a treatment?
Yeah, I would say.
Right. So thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Oh my gosh, it was
How did
wonderful.
you feel through the treatment?
Great. And you worked on a lot of my shoulder stuff too. That was wonderful. And I loved when you were like on the side of my spine doing that. And the feet. Oh, yeah. It was all amazing.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed
Your
it.
touch is very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, God given.
Yes.
So-
I loved the prayer at the beginning too.
You're absolutely welcome.
Oh, yeah.
So now we got Deanna really excited. She's like, she's next. Now we go.
Yes, I loved it. It was great.
So who are you?
I'm Deanna, and I just had the Raindrop Technique massage, and I feel very cool.
Cool.
Yeah. I
Now,
feel
what's the difference with you? Because you get regular massages, so what
I
would
do
you?
not really.
Oh, you don't.
No,
But you.
I felt like I needed to get a massage a couple weeks ago, but I waited for this.
Was well
But
worth the
yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Now,
it was.
when you've got massages in the past, what's the different experience with having the oils put on you instead of just getting a treatment or massage?
Geez, I don't know. Think about that. It's staying with me, I think, and I don't know. I guess right away I could feel in the feet, I could feel like release in my head. Yeah.
I was wondering because a lot of
Yeah.
people have a different experience, and the oils do different things when you're getting a treatment. It's not like getting a massage; it's an oil treatment.
Yeah, and it was like from my feet, it just went, and I thought, wow, that's kind of cool, because I had a little bit of headache,
Okay,
and then it just all went away.
sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And
Jesus,
my
on
neck
that.
feels
Yes.
good, and yeah,
Wonderful.
feels great.
Good.
Great. I would definitely do it again.
Awesome. Okay, so what are you about ready to take? Mineral essence?
This is mineral essence.
Okay.
1 dropper full,
Yeah, well, a half dropper.
half.
Oh,
dropper.
she's even doing just a half dropper, not even 5 droppers.
No,
Okay.
because the dose is 5.
Mhm.
Yep. And?
That's nasty.
I love her. Yes. And unless you build up to it, It's
I
like
did
that.
My Ningxia, I do what Cricket does.
Yes.
Take a little bit of Ningxia
Yep.
and oh here.
Squirt it in there.
Yeah, you can squirt some Ningxia in there.
Nasty otherwise.
And then I just take more Ningxia
Yeah.
afterwards because
Okay.
that gets the taste.
It looks
out.
like
Exactly.
lemonade,
I
and it
love
tastes
what it
nothing
does.
like lemonade.
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very nice.
So Mildred, what did you like about it differently than a regular treatment massage?
It helps me relax, and
Are you feeling cooling
feel
now
cool
or
down,
heat?
feel comfortable cooling.
Okay.
It's very cooling.
Very
Yeah.
cooling. Awesome.
Yeah. And you can feel all the
So cute, that thing.
Now you,
going
Yep,
through your
all night.
body, skin feeling tingly.
right.
Yeah.
Now you had different experience. I really loved Mildred and her feedback because I was doing a little bit more intense on her feet, and she has neuropathy stuff, and so she's like slow, calm that down. So we did something different. How did the difference of that? Because after you shared that with me, I really want to say to people that is what you do when
Yeah.
you go see a therapist. You let them know how you're feeling. Because they are not mind readers.
Right.
Nobody is.
Yeah. Right.
Only God is. And so if you share that with others on the table and if they're not asking for feedback, you at least should say something to them.
Right.
And Mildred, I asked her, I said, how are you doing? She goes, actually that hurts a little bit. And so we lightened up, and then how was the experience from the oils
I
after
must
that?
feel much better.
So how do the feet feel with the
As you massage it, change the way you massage. It was more.
the Vitaflex
That's the-
technique?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was much better.
Much better. Awesome. So that is one other awesome experience I'd love to share with people. Because you're paying for that service, you want to let them know how you're feeling. If you can't get that across to them, then you're not at the right place. So, there you go. And now she's having her ninja and her shot because
Got my
I
shot.
tell you, after having a raindrop,
of
you feel
energy.
very mellow. So you
good,
want to
yeah.
have a new nutritional beverage, and Ninja Red is a good nutritional aftermath. So thank you to Deb for that.
Yeah. Thank
Like for me, it was the really hot at first and then cooling afterwards. I felt really relaxed. I'm not telling you what to say, but
No,
this will
no,
help
no.
you. I felt super
I-
relaxed.
I did feel
afterwards.
relaxed. And it was the hot and cold.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a very hard pressure that we're used to, but it was like the main points that if I go to another therapist, they don't touch.
Right.
I think that was the most
different.
yeah. And then I noticed like that's something that she told me. She's like, "Why are you sinus like you're getting clogged up? I'm open." And I'm like, "Yeah." But then it got clogged up, and then it just like cleared all of a sudden.
That's awesome.
So that's where I felt the difference.
Right. Everybody experiences them differently, and
Yeah.
that's why I was wanting to ask you. Because even when you get regular massages, this is not a regular massage. It's oils. And the oils are going to do different things to different people.
Yeah.
And I love hearing their experience of how they feel. Like some with their feet, some could feel it through their body. So I wanted to know.
But I really, really enjoyed the hot towels.
Yeah.
I did.
I bet.
I did.
That
And it's
makes
just
sense.
the whole mixture with the oil. It kind of gives it like if kind of like a Bengay feeling,
Okay.
but it's
Oh, we can't use that word.
it's just better. No, but it's just better. Like it really is. But yeah.
She explained a feeling of sorts of
Okay.
what the
Well, that's the only thing
Yeah.
I could do. That's what got me. I mean, I went to my first thing, in December
Yeah, I know.
2014, and I had driven to Jackson and back in Lansing, and my shoulders were tight, and Laura put Panaway on.
Yes.
That Bengay feeling, but it
Yeah.
wasn't chemicals.
Right,
It was oils.
right,
And
right.
it just was like, oh my gosh, there's something to this stuff after all.
Yeah.
So,
And for me, a lot of my tension is right here.
well, mine too.
Yeah.
So when you just hit it like in the middle, it was just really nice. And with the hot towel, that
Yeah.
yeah.
And knowing that experience that's going to last an entire week in your system blew my mind. Because one of my cousins, her daughter came to see me, and that's exactly what happened. I said, "You'll notice after," and she goes, "After 6 days, I could tell a difference in her." And I'm like laughing, going, "I told you." And it was great.
And I
So,
love that you prayed before. So
yeah, I love that factor that you shared that with me. So, what's your name again?
Elia,
Elia. And how do you pronounce your last name?
Villanueva.
Okay. I appreciate that.